Everyone, it's John Williamson, and I'm here with some students from what is it? It's Westmeade Elementary, yeah, in Nashville, Tennessee. And they have done the Food Waste Warrior Project and done some K-12 food rescuing of food this year. And I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves and kind of share their story. So, who wants to go first? All right.
All right.
I got. My name is Kate Robinson. I'm 9 years old and I'm in fourth grade.
Okay.
I'm Isaac Harper and I'm in fourth grade.
I'm June Ragsdale. I'm 9 years old and I am also in fourth grade.
I'm Josh Kaya. I'm Josh Kaya. I'm 10 years old and I'm in fourth grade.
Awesome. So tell me a little bit about what you did this year with your Food Waste Warrior Project and with K-12 Food Rescue.
What we did is we helped not waste as much food because 45% of the food in America gets wasted every year.
And tell me what that looked like. What kinds of things did you do?
We started doing compost,
Mm-hmm.
and during breakfast we collect all the food, and also during lunch we collect all the food that's been uneaten. So if anybody wants it that is done with their food, and if they want to take it and eat it, then they can. And then after the whole rest of the week, we take it to the homeless shelter.
Very cool. So tell me, how did you explain all this to all of your fellow students so that they all knew what to do, and what did that look like at your school?
Well, in lunchtime when we were sorting our trays, we would have two garbage cans, and in front of one of the garbage cans it said compost, and it showed things that you could compost, like paper, bread, or just like apples, stuff like that. And then in the other one, it was our plastic bin, things that we couldn't compost, like say it was a bottle. Say it was a bottle of plastic.
Okay.
And we would have to put the bottle of plastic in there. And last, there would be a crate, and we would put our uneaten or touched foods in there. And one thing that we noticed is that we figured out is that the milk bottles cannot be composted
Mm-hmm.
because of their plastic wrapping around their bottles.
Okay. So tell me, when you started this out, there may be some things that you didn't know, and then you started this project, and you're like, wow, I didn't know some of this information. Can you kind of tell me something that you may have learned that you just never knew before you started?
Kind of like that milk. I learned that the milk boxes cannot be composted.
Anybody else?
Well, I guess there's the 45%, and then there's this video, and it showed this ocean that was like trash. You could see the waves, but it looked like trash. Like trash waves.
Okay. There was somebody on the end there that was wanting to say something?
Josh?
Yeah.
Josh, sorry.
I also learned that 45% of food is wasted.
And how'd that make you feel when you found out that we wasted that much food?
Kind of sad.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt 13 years ago, but you're doing something about it. How did it make you feel to be part of the solution in solving this problem?
I think it felt us feel proud of
Mm-hmm.
what we were doing for the environment.
Excellent. So what we do here at K-12 Food Rescue is we share the stories of students who've been successful around the country. And we are going to put this video on our website under your National Student Leader page. And our hope is that students around the country will see what you've done and they'll be inspired, because Google gives Food Rescue $10,000 a month to advertise the stories on their ad marketing platform, so that people in other cities will see what you've done. And I just wanted to say to all of you that I'm very proud of what you've done. And I hope that you go on. Is it something that as you graduate from the elementary someday, you intend to take it to the next school that you go to, perhaps the junior high, or even in high school, or are you just going to be done with it?
We're probably going to share it with our high schools.
Yeah, and middle schools and
Excellent.
college.
Excellent. Well, thanks so much for talking with me today. And I just want to say again, we're very proud of you here at Food Rescue. And we know that you're going to inspire many people around the country. And thank you, Mrs. McIntyre, for all the work that you've done as well. So anything else that anybody would like to say before we get out of here and share with other students around the country?
John, could I interject something?
Absolutely.
Well, they came up with this. They found the facts themselves, and they were quite shocked. But I think they're a little nervous, so they didn't say anything about it. What you guys learn about the number of people who are food insecure in our country and the amount of food waste?
Well, about 45% of our food is wasted.
And like 40% of people is food insecure.
So,
Food insecure people mean that people who don't know when their next meal is coming from.
So you pointed out to me that if we just stopped wasting food, we could feed everybody who is really hungry in our country. And I thought that was a stellar. They found that fact on their own. So.
Absolutely. And I understand that maybe 3 years ago you got some support from Home Depot and got a refrigerator or freezer for the food. Is that accurate?
That's right.
Yeah.
We've been collecting food for 3 years that we diverted to homeless, and we've contributed over 8,000 pounds of food.
Excellent. Well, one thing I'd like to share with all of you is that we have a tool online that you could put in 8,000 pounds, and it would give you a graphic that would show you what impact that's had on the environment and actually how many meals that equates to. And I know that Mrs. McIntyre has a link to that, but she might be able to show you how to enter 8,000 pounds over that 3-year period to demonstrate what the impact has been from Westmeade Elementary on your community and in the environment. So I'll send Mrs. McIntyre that link, and she can have you enter that in. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Excellent. Anything else you'd like to add, Mrs. McIntyre?
Well, I'm really thankful for people like you, John, who've helped, because when we started this journey by ourselves, it was a lot harder than when we had all the help we got from our Urban Green Lab and the World Wildlife Fund and Kroger and Home Depot. When you get people involved to help with these projects, it makes life so much easier. So thanks to you all, and thanks to them too.
Excellent. Well, it's been so wonderful talking to you, and I'm going to get this up on our website, and I'll send it to Mrs. McIntyre shortly, and you'll all be able to take a look at it. All right?
Okay.
Thank
All right. Have a great day.
Thanks. Bye-bye.